and they have to be updated. This is actually, if you learn nothing else from this, if from this webinar, I'm hoping that you take from us that these plugins and theme updates need to be made, and they need to be made on a monthly or at most a quarterly basis. Why? Because this is when you start talking about security and cybersecurity, that is where people, nefarious people, are going to get into your site. Why? Well, there's this idea when you start talking about hackers that hackers are, no one's ever going to bug me. No one cares about my organization. They're not going to come after me. Well, the thing about it is most hackers are not actually targeted. Most of the hackers you see, they're not targeted. They're not after an organization. They're the equivalent of teenagers with baseball bats going after mailboxes. They're looking for, they don't, they're going to leave you alone if you've taken your mailbox and you've put it into you've put it into one of these sort of brick enclosures. They're not going to take it back to it because that's not going to work. But if you have, one of these old rickety mailboxes, yeah, they're going to go after it with a baseball bat because it's easy picking. And that is what happens with plugins. So plugins get out of date, and they, if you're not updating them, they get out of date. And so what that means is they become just a very easy path into your site where somebody can take over and really cause a lot of havoc. And so that is why, keeping those plugins and themes up to date is absolutely crucially important, and doing it in a thoughtful way, because sometimes when you update one, it'll mess with something else. So doing it, doing it in a very careful way and making sure that everything is working properly afterwards.